Alright, hello there again. Sorry for the quality here. Got my playmat here, got my Nissa mat. I got a tripod in the mail. It'll do for now, it's only so high. I'm using my bed as a table. Got a camera I'm borrowing from the IT department just so I can bring this to you guys, but today I don't have any sealed product. I'm going to talk to you about some draft strategies, some drafting that I did recently. So recently, my friends and I, we did this draft at my school. And I got some, tell you what I did, what worked for me, what my opponents did, and what I saw and what I think about drafting this new set, Battle for Zendikar. So first of all, didn't know what I was going to do when I got there, draft day. What am I going to start with? So, lucky me, first pack I opened Sire Stagnation, 6 drop, 1 black, 1 white for colors, Eldrazi. Whenever a land enters the battlefield in my opponent's control, he has to exile the top 2 of his library and I get to draw 2. Pretty useful, so I decided to go green, or go black-blue right from the get-go. So I'm thinking, what do I want for a blue? So, blue things I personally enjoy ingest in draft. I did the pre-release, and I ended up using ingest a lot. So like things like Benefic Infiltrator, Ruination Guide, Salvage Drone, Mist Intruder was my favorite to use. So ingest, I mean, a lot of people kind of don't even look at it. Whenever you deal combat damage to a player, they have to exile the top card of the library. Not very useful if you're causing damage, like because Benefic Infiltrator can't be blocked, Mist Intruder is flying, some stuff to get damaged through, but the ingest makes them exile the top card. Not really good in standard play, constructed, but in draft format, every card in your deck has a meaning as something. You put it there for a reason. You have all these cards to use. You're gonna use these ones, and this is why. So if you can stop your ally or stop your opponent from using any one of those ones he plans on needing, it's just a good way to disrupt him. So I was thinking blue right off the bat to get him out of that. And then also in blue, I was thinking, I have to get rid of his creatures, because a lot of the creatures I pulled were low level, like 1/4s, 1/2s. So removal was important, always important, every time. So I got not even just removal, but stopping them. So I pulled a Rush of Ice here, tap target creature, and it doesn't untap during the next turn, which is good, but it's a sorcery, so kind of would wish as an instant it would be more of an uncommon rare. But it's also got Awaken 3. So Awaken's my second favorite mechanic. I look for those so late game I can drop some land attackers on my opponent with haste and wreck their day. But so that's pretty good. But the one I would go for, if you want to stall your opponent, Adverse Conditions. I was able to pick up 3 of these. Devoid, tap 2 target creatures for 2 turns, basically. You get a Scion token, instant speed. So at the beginning of my opponent's upkeep, when they untapped all their creatures, I would play Adverse Conditions, tap the creatures for this turn, be my turn, and then their turn still wouldn't untap. So 2 of my turns free of whatever 2 creatures I chose to tap, and it gives you a Scion token. So the value and these Adverse Conditions and sealed, they're so good. And then white. So my second pack I opened, I pulled Nyandar, Royal Shaper. For an Awakened deck, beautiful. Every time you cast an instant or sorcery spell after he's been played and he's in play, Awaken 3 on a land. So once you get him out on the field, I have all these awakened spells and all these stall spells. It was great. So I decided to splash a little white with him because the Awaken was too good to pass up in sealed right there. So I grabbed him. I threw things like Royal's Retribution in there, which is one of my favorite removal spells. Cost 5, but you can deal 5 as you choose among any of your opponent's creatures, and it's an instant. Ended up winning me my last game. It was so good. And then, since I did ingest, I found Ulamog's Despoiler. I can put 2 creatures from my opponent's exile into their graveyard. Gets +4/+4s. Already a 5/5 for 6. Exile 2 back into their graveyard. That's a 9/9 for 6. No brainer for an ingest deck. It's so good, so OP. Then I went with Coilax Chandler because I need that 2 mana. Because third pack, I went ahead and pulled the Endless one. Yeah, X for a creature with XX counters on it. So good, always viable. Whenever you need a creature, it's always playable. It's always good. The artwork all the way down here. This is so beautiful. And my last year was an Allied Hedron Network. My opponents, when they go to drop their giant Eldrazi bombs or whatever they got, you throw this puppy down, everything over 5 is gone. So good. Saves my butt once. Such a good artifact. So that was my strategy. Ingest, go through the ingest. But my opponents, there's an Awaken deck. There's always an Awaken deck. Like I said, good stuff. They usually have stuff like Retrovice in it and other things to slow down play until that they can awaken their land. They can kill you with their land. But the other one I was surprised at was an ally deck. I knew the allies, Actually, for my pre-release, here, let me grab this. I pulled a promo ally. Still in the package and everything. Hero of Gomafada, human ally, It's got Rally. So I was thinking, Rally wouldn't be too viable in sealed because you need a bunch of allies and you need to get them all out and play off each other. But he did it fantastically. He had one that healed him, and whenever he got health, another one gained 1/1s, and whenever another one entered the battlefield, they got to tap a creature, and he somehow got all the allies, and he almost beat me. It was so close. He was able to spam all these allies and get all this extra stuff. So ally deck is actually very underrated, I think. I think that could be another choice for people to go look down. The Awaken deck, of course, always good. But removal has to be your #1 priority. I mean, there's a lot of it in the set. Well, not a lot of it, but what there is very, very useful. I know I had a complete disregard somewhere. Right there. 3 cost, exile creature 3 power less. Red has some good ones. There's one just like this that's exile target permanent for 3. Complete disregard is my favorite just because I was playing black because of my Sire Stagnation, which is so deadly and sealed. Yeah, so tons of different options. Removal's good. Always get removal. Ingest. I just can't praise Ingest enough. It's so underrated. One of my opponents pulled an Ob Nixilis. And I was just waiting for him to drop that bomb, and I was not going to be ready for it. And I ended up attacking with my Infiltrator. Couldn't be blocked. Ingest 1. He ingested his Ob Nixilis. And it was the best moment of my life. In the pre-release, I did the same thing. Someone had Desolate Twins and Ulamog. Yeah, they got that lucky. And I ingested both of them, both games we played. Just, Unjust is underrated, but so deadly and sealed. Mist Intruder, Infiltrators. And the Salvage Drone. Any 1/1s like this, they can top down for 1. There's another one in black, I want to say, that does like the same. That's also a 1/1 you drop it and it's got Ingest. those are my neighbors. Sludge Crawler, you know, Devoid 1/1 ingest, and I can ramp it up a little bit. It's always good. So yeah, and if you go ahead and play ingest, I recommend going for the Devoid Eldrazi because colorless is also OP in the set, and things like Ruination Guide give other colorless +1/+0. So Infiltrator would get 2/4, and Mist Intruder would be a 2/4, 2/2, and they just play off each other. So I think colorless Devoid ingest is actually my best strategy for guides. Allies work. If you can get enough removal works. The only thing, if you run ingest, I would recommend is getting at least one bomb. Like Sire Stagnation, 5/7. Gotta have a bomb. Gotta be able to pull something out of the hat at some point. That's why you run the stall, the ingest, the bomb. Boom. Landfall's the same way. Stall, kill, land a bunch of land to just destroy him. So that's it for me today. I hope to go to Friday Night Magic tomorrow, just to let you know. So I'm gonna be running a deck. My goal is to be running my green-white deck with counters and Ugin in it, because I pulled an Ugin. I was trying to think of where to stick it. So, you know, standard, like Scorched Ragent, Knight of the White Orchid. Got a playset of those in here. And a Fenza. Just a bunch of things that give me 1/1 and then Ugin. This is what I'm going to run tomorrow. I'm probably going to do an analyzation after I play with it, because I haven't had too much playtesting through with it yet. But once I play with it tomorrow, I'll give you a recap, probably Saturday if I can, and tell you all how it goes, because I haven't been introduced to Standard since they started with Battle for Zendikar and they kicked out M15 in the Theros block. So I'm trying to get my feet wet, trying to get it back on. It's hard without my car, you know, Archangel, yeah. It's hard without my car to get in and see how everyone's doing. So I'm going to see how Standard has developed. I'll go back to you guys. Thank you very much.